So in the last class we have made slabs, right? One normal slab and one slab with metal deck. So let's place this one to other floor. So go to this clipboard and align to selected levels, and that will be 3. And click on 5. And about roof, I'm not placing on this roof right now, so let's click on OK. Yeah, right now it's okay. And about the roof, I need some beam systems there. So let me go to this roof plan, and here you will be adding beam system. So about the beam, let me show you how you can insert some uh, family for your beam system. So come to this insert. Suppose you will be placing some joist beam. So come to load family, and you are using imperial, not you are not using imperial, so you have to select English, that is for metric, and you have this structural framing, this option is there. So if you are using steel, so there you have this joist girder. Okay, so that you have to select, and then you can open it, and you'll be choosing the type. Okay, which one you need to select, and this is the depth value, and as per that the naming is there. Okay, so if you let me go to this load, and here go for library English and structural framing. If you are placing with concrete, precast concrete is there, so you can go with the concrete. Okay, so these things are there, so that you can select. So let me go with this steel, and let me go with this joist girder. Okay, and let me click on open. These are the same. I'm looking for the different ones, so select. No, not this one. Let me just yeah, okay. So let me just bring them this one. About this so let's go with this one. Among all this type, I need just these two types, so I'm just selecting these two, and let's click on OK, and they are loaded right now. And come to structure, and there you have this beam system, and there you have this beam system, and from the beam type, now you see that these two are there. Okay, so you can select a new one, and now let's go for this maximum spacing is okay, and let's go for this one, this, and here I'll be placing with this one. Now let's go with this one. So let's place quickly. Sorry. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I had a power cut. Sorry for that. Okay. So let's start. Let's continue right now. Okay, let me share the screen. I hope you are able to see the screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's continue. Let me place it here. Okay. So here we can go for sketch BIM system. So we will do it later. Okay. So here also for this like here let me not place it. So let's go for this quickly. Now let me change it to one. And about this one, I need to change it. So let's place it on here, and let's place it on here. Okay, and I will delete it. Don't worry about it. So let me just go for this sketch. So here you can go for either quick support, so it will count, and you can go for trim, this one, here, done, finish it. Okay, so it's coming like this horizontal. Why? Because I had selected this one first. So let me delete them. I go for that bin system again and sketch bin system. Now you'll be supporting it first. So I have showed you with the error first and then I'm correcting it. So let's trim this, and let's fix it. And now you can see this is right. And for this one, let me just delete them. And now we're done. And about this one also, let me go for the sketch bin system. Support this one first and go for trim this one to this one. We're done. Okay, so this one we have made it. And now come to, and this is your joist bin. Okay, so this is your joist bin. And one more thing, that is, so this is also as a joist. You will be defining it as a joist, not as a girder. So you select this, and within this property palette you have this structural usage. So this one is like joist, okay, and this one is also like joist, okay. So you know that the girder is the one who carries the maximum load and which has the longer span, and joist has the shorter span than the girder. So this one I have defined as a uh, joist. So you just select it and change the structure usage. Okay, and now you are ready to place your uh, slab there. Okay, now about the floor. Suppose if you have slabs like this, if you have slabs like this, sorry, your beam like this. So if you go like here, so if you have a beam like this way, if you have placed your beam like this way, so then if you place your so let me just show you that the reference level is level 2, okay, and let me connect to it. So you go for floor, structural, and you pick support. So you have the support. Make sure the level you select is the level 2. You can come to its level 2 plan, and there you also can do. I'm showing you so that you can understand better. I'm showing you in 3D. Okay, so you select it here, let me select it here, and I'll go for trim. This one with this one, this one with this one, with this one, and this one with this one. And now let me go for finish, and that you have done it. And now you see that your slab is flat, but you need to make the slope here, and as per your uh, beam you need to place your uh, slab, right? Otherwise, let me, if I show you the wireframe, and there you can see you have this one. Okay. We have to make the adjustment there. So let's go with the realistic. And now you select it, and what you have to do is there you know that we can change these points. This option we have seen in our architectural floor, right? While we were learning about the floor in Revit architecture, we have changed this modifiers. So right now I will not go with these points because I have to make so many adjustments. It will take time. So I have supports. So if you go for this pick support option, you just have to select your supports. To select this support, now you can see you got this. Like that, you have to select all your supports. Select. Let me select all the outer supports first. Okay, so I'm done with. Now let me select all this inside supports. Okay, so this one, let me select them first. Okay, got this. All right, all the supports are selected and it is perfectly sloped. Okay, and that you have done it. Okay, sorry. All right, now let me come to this one, and here let me place, let me come to level 2 here, and you remember that I had placed this section line there. Now let me go to this view, there, and there you can see that the slab is joined with this wall, foundation wall, at this level 2. So I need to place one slab edge there. So for that we have this to slab edge. So let me go with that and come to level 2, and here let me go for shaded view. Now let's go for this floor slab edge, and there you can see this is the slab edge. You can come to edit, and now this slab is edge is like a 2D profile which is getting the 3D shape at every edge of your slab. So now you just have to select this profile, that is the 2D profile. So you can select like this one or this one. Let me select this one. And about the material, go for concrete. So that one we had selected earlier, and we're done. Now let's go for this, and this one, this one, this. Okay, there cannot be possible. So let's go this, 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 this. All right. Did I miss it? All right. So we have placed our slab edge, and now let's go for it.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in the front, that curve is not connected with the edge. You can see that, sir.
Yeah, right. That one. So,
That,
yeah, don't worry about that. We can correct it.
okay.
So, yeah, I'm not just focusing on that. Let me place, yeah, so this is your slab edge that is placed, and if you go to this section, now there you can see this slab edge is there at the level 2. So I was about to, okay, so I have placed on level 2. Let me place on level 1 as well. Place on level 1. So on level 2, I don't need that much because right now I don't have any wall there. So right now I need on this level 1. So let me place on level 1. Come to level 1, and here let me place with. So this one you can correct it, no problem with that. We can correct it later. So what is that? So slab edge, uh, yeah. So just come to edit type and you select this one and define the material. Click on OK, and then you start picking your edge. Okay. All right there. Yeah. Done. Okay. So now we can go for escape, and if you come to your section, and where is it? The slab edge is there. This is your slab edge. So let me come to this here. Let me see. So this slab edge is placed. This one, but here I'm not getting it. So here is the slab edge. So some slab edges are not placed properly. Okay, so you from here left, go to this left, and there you can see like this. We are getting it. Okay, so this is your slab edge. So like at this corner, you are placing it at this edge of your slab. So this is the option. Okay. Now let's go for your what I say is rebar. Okay. So you can go with this rebar. Before that, just click about the placement. You set the placement like parallel to work plane. So this is your, if you are going with this section, so this one is your work plane right now. Okay. So If you select this, so you have this kind of shape available. So from this list you can choose what is your desired shape that you can select. So let me see. So about this one, this is the horizontal one, so I'm not getting the vertical one. So let me come to another, uh, come to level 1, and let me place about the section. Let me place the section here. This view. Now let's come to this rebar, and when you first time go for this rebar, it will ask you for this option. Like a rebar shape definition will include hooks and will ignore and treatments. This option can be changed under enforcement settings and should be set before adding any rebar elements to the project. Just click on OK. And now it will place according to this work plane now. And now you see that it has one like the cover. It has the cover. So at the top, what will be the cover value, at the left and the right, and the bottom, what is the cover value. So that is already set. So let me just click on this, and this is your wall. So this is your foundation wall, and if you come down, there is one section that is your structural. So if I stretch this palette, and there you can see like this rebar cover for exterior face, interior face, and other face. And there is like for 10, if you are using 10 mm to 16 mm bar, this will be the cover. And if you are using this one, so this will be the cover. So that is selected here. So here you can specify. Okay, now let's go for rebar. There, click on OK. Now if you snap it here, let me change this to fine so that you can get this, and you can change the dia. So let me go with this 16 mm, and here you can see that it will snap to that last. You cannot go beyond. Okay, you can place it within this cover area, so it will snap to that last end. So there you can place. Okay, it will place like this within that, and you can place it horizontally also. Right, so now this one is the shape. So from here also you can change the shape, and this this one was the shape browser. If you want to have this shape browser, that you can have. Okay, so like this you can place it, and after placing it, you can select and you can do the adjustment. You can change the length, want to make this adjustment, you can do it. So now if you want to place the layout, so that will be your maximum spacing. So you will be specifying with the maximum spacing. So what will be your spacing with each other, so that you will be defining it, and as per that, within the total area of your wall, it will cover up and you will get the quantity. And if you want to define your number of rebar, so that you can go with this fixed number. So let's go with this spacing. So like 1 feet I can provide, like so for that 300 mm. Okay, so that you have defined. All right, and accordingly you will get it. And now if you come to this within this rebar option, if you come to this graphics view visibility status, click on edit, and there you can see right now this one is available for the section 1, section 2. Okay, so currently I'm this on this section 2, and you can see on section 1 as well. So on each section you can see it. On the other views like 3D views and all the other views, we generally don't need to see our rebar. So if you need to include within all this view, you can just check it from here and you can see. Okay, now again come to this rebar option, come to this structure, and here you have this within this reinforcement panel, and you select this rebar option, and now you can go for this like all your stirrups. So this is not column, this is your foundation wall. So like even if you are placing for your column, so there you have this stirrup option is there. So this one you can select and you can place it. So now how we are going to place? So for that, let me go with this perpendicular to cover, and we are selected with this one. So we'll be placing with uh, this one perpendicular to cover. Okay, this one is selected, and there you can see that we have this one. So let me place on this top. Okay, all right, and let me just cancel, let me select it, and right now this is placed with single. So you can again go with this maximum spacing, and there it is defined. Okay, and about the maximum spacing, there you can go with the same 300, place enter, and there it is placed. So if you want to change this, like this way, you can change the position. So like this, let me change it. Okay, and so you can select this, and then you can go for array, and you can place all of them to this direction. Okay, and suppose you need to place this, you can do this also, like this you can place it. Like this way you can place all them. Okay, so let me just undo it, and let me show with the array, and I'll place on the last. So or else you can place to the second. So that will let me just go with this one. Let me place it here. Okay, so and about the number, so there you can go with like if you know the length, so you can specify the number, so accordingly you will get it. So let me just go this 10 and there you see, right? And you can check the distance, how much is the distance right now. Sorry, not this. Come to modify and center to center. So it's almost fine, right? So like this we can place. Okay, and for this one also we can place. Come to this rebar option, structure rebar, and suppose you need to place as per your, you can choose this one you can place. So the placement is right now perpendicular to cover. We'll be selecting for parallel to work plane, so it will place like this. Okay, and as per this one, I need to select with this one. Okay, and to this one, like this we'll be placing it, and there you select it, and now you will be placing with perpendicular to cover, and there you can place. Okay, and select this one, again go for uh, maximum spacing, so we'll be placing like this. Okay, so here you specify like 150 mm. Okay, and how much you need, you can make the adjustment. Just a second, select it, make the adjustment from both sides, and there you can mark it and you can place it. uh, just a second, let me go with this annotate and detail line, and there you can place one detail line there. There you can place one detail line there, and you can select and you can place it here. You can place it here with that same gap. Okay, so after that you can delete this detail line, and this way you can place your reinforcement. Okay, now let me show you that if you are placing with uh, your slab, so let me come to this level 1, and here for this floor if you want to place your reinforcement, so for that we also have shortcut option. Come to this rebar, so we will not select this rebar, so placing all this uh, reinforcement one by one, it will be very lengthy process. So for that we have this area option. Okay, you go with this area and then you select this floor. Okay, and there you have this rebar line is there. So about the layout rule, that is maximum spacing. Okay, and this is the type. So here let me choose 16 mm top major bar, and the top major spacing, that is 300 mm. Top minor, we choose 16 mm, and the minor spacing is 300 mm. And here also if you need bottom, at the bottom you need, so you can include it. And if you don't need, you can uncheck this, so you will not have on the bottom both major and minor. And here you can go for pick line, so you can go with the this one will be the major direction, okay, and the opposite one will be minor direction. All right, let's go for finish, and there you have, okay, so there you have. All right, there you can see. And if you come to this section 1, so let me come to both section, and uh, there you can see this is section 2. And if you go for section 1 also, there you can see. All right, so like this you can place your rebar. Okay, so now after this, what you can do, you can come to any level 1 or any section. If we come to this section here, and suppose uh, you need to show all the reinforcement detail. So for that you can do it on the section 1. So for all of this, right? But for this particular, uh, suppose there is column, okay, suppose there is concrete column, and for that particular concrete column you need to show all the detail, all the reinforcement detail. So for that you generally should not place on this section. So for that, what you do, come to this view, and there you have this call out, and there you create one call out for this particular object, and you switch to this, sorry, right click, go to view, and you switch to this call out, and there you create the detail, create your reinforcement detail. All right, so that you already know how to place your river. So just create one call out, and you can name it like uh, it's just created call out section, yeah, section call out. So here you just name it, uh, rename, rename. So here suppose like this is for foundation one, foundation wall reinforcement. You can name it like that, and then you provide all the rebar, your reinforcement. Okay, now after that you will be placing your text. So come to annotate here, you will be placing your text. So go this text, and suppose for this one or for this one, you just place the text like foundation wall. Okay, and sorry, here you add one leader to the left side. You can place it like this. Okay, and this way you will be providing your detail. Okay, Now let's come to level 2, and here you can go for so you come to section 1, and so this is the section for between this two grid. So you can name this section 1 as well. So like rename uh, section view from grid 1 to grid 2. Okay, and there you have this box. You can place dimension there, like this one and this one. Place on this dimension here, from this one to this one. You can place the dimension. Okay, like this you can place the dimension. So as per the dimension type, you will get it. So like that it's creating. So I think this is set as base. I hope so. We go, yeah, so that is set as baseline, so that's why we are getting it. So you just change this to, yeah, like this, change it. Okay, and here let me show you that let me change it to realistic, or let me change it to hidden line there. And here you see that if I increase this, this is right now there, but it's merging with this, right? It's merging with this pane and this one, right? So come to this modify now, and we have this scope option. So this is for your beam and column, where you can see it will make a cutout. Okay, there will be no gap. So first you will be selecting uh, which one you make cope. So this one will be coped. So you select this first, and with which it will be coped. So this one. Now you see that this is perfectly joined, and if I go to this shaded uh, so let me just select it. We select this two, and let me go with this BX. Here I can show you, I think. So this is not the right option to show you. So if I come to level 2 there, and let me go this wireframe, and here let me show you. So that will be better if I show you with this one. So for that, let me create one section over there. So here I can show you. Just have it to here, and let me switch it to this view, and let me go to this wireframe, and it's fine. So with this one, this level 2, this one to this one, right? Okay, so now if you see that it's being merged here, and now let me go this cope option there. Cope option, this one will be cope. There you can see, right? So you select this one first and then you select this one first. Now you can see, right? This is perfectly coped. Okay. You can come to this one. You can select this two, this one and this two. This BX, and there you can see, right? But this is not coped yet, so you can choose this one first with the cope option and then this one. So for that, this one and just a second. Okay, so make sure you unpin this, then go for cope. First select this one and then this one. Just a second. Let me have it there. Yeah, right now this is cope. Okay, so let me see from the left. And here you can see. Okay. And same like that, unpin it and make sure it touch to that. Make sure it touch to that web, not to the flange, and then you cope. First select this one and then this one. Okay, like this. I have to do it. Okay, so this way you will be coping your structural members like beam and columns. So let me just uncheck this section box here, and here we have a 3D model. Yeah, so that's all for today.